Hello students, welcome to our today's tutorial, physics. Our tutorial of today's physics, and I would like us to discuss topic 4 of Form 4 syllabus. Topic 4 in the Form 4 syllabus is called electromagnetic spectrum. This topic is basically examined in paper 2. Electromagnetic spectrum is examined in paper 2 physics. Now, let us look at the introductory bits of this particular topic. The word electromagnetic spectrum comes from the word electricity and magnetism, then spectrum. Electromagnetic is a term that was discussed in Form 2 under waves. Now, let us look at what are electromagnetic waves. So, in terms of introduction, it is important for us to define electromagnetic waves. The question is, what are electromagnetic waves? Are transverse waves? Electromagnetic waves are transverse waves that results from oscillating electric and magnetic fields. And magnetic fields at right angles. So we are defining electromagnetic waves as waves that originates from oscillating electric and magnetic fields at right angles with each other. Let's look at some of the examples of electromagnetic waves. Examples of electromagnetic waves. Waves include, they are 7 in number. 1. Radio waves. Number 2. Microwaves. Number 3. Infrared radiation. Infrared. Number 4. Visible light. Number 5. Ultraviolet radiation. Number 6. We have X-rays. And finally, number 7, we have gamma rays. So those are the 7 examples of electromagnetic waves. So students, remember, we can ask you to define electromagnetic waves, and then number 2, give some examples of electromagnetic waves. It is important to note that these electromagnetic waves, when they are arranged in order of their frequencies or wavelength, then they form what we are calling electromagnetic spectrum. So it is therefore important for us to define electromagnetic spectrum. What is electromagnetic spectrum? Let us give that definition. Electromagnetic spectrum refer to the arrangement of electromagnetic waves in order of their wavelength or frequency. So when you arrange the 7 electromagnetic waves in order of their wavelength or frequency, we result to what is called electromagnetic spectrum. So let us arrange them. So let's have the spectrum itself, the EM spectrum. The first one will be radio waves. Number 2 will be microwaves. Number 3, infrared. Number 4, visible light. Number 5, ultraviolet. Number 6, X-rays. And finally, number 7 is gamma rays. This arrangement, we should be in a position to master it. This is how you can master this order. Roasted maize is very unusual. Xmas gift. So this mnemonic can help us master the order of the spectrum. The initial letters R is for radio waves, M here is for microwaves, I here is for infrared, V here is for visible light, U here is for ultraviolet, X here is for X-rays, and G here is for gamma rays. So roasted maize is very unusual Xmas gift. Now, let us understand in terms of the wavelengths or the frequencies. If I have an arrow this way, it is important to understand that gamma rays has shortest wavelength. Shortest wavelength. If gamma rays has the shortest wavelength, it therefore means that radio waves will have the longest wavelength. So according to my arrow, this is order of from shortest to longest, that is order of increasing wavelength. If we have any ray with shortest wavelength, it means it will have the highest frequency. So gamma rays has the highest frequency. It therefore means that our radio wave will have the lowest frequency. So from highest to lowest according to the arrowhead, this is order of decreasing frequency. We shall understand in this topic that if we have highest frequency, that translates to highest energy. So we say that gamma rays have the highest energy because of the high frequency. It therefore means that radio waves which has the lowest frequency will have the lowest energy. So in terms of the energy content, students, we have gamma rays being the most energetic and radio waves being the least energetic. That therefore makes us understand that gamma rays are more dangerous because they have a very high energy content. So this arrow also means order of decreasing energy. Decreasing energy. If I may ask you students, between infrared and X-rays, which one is more dangerous? Explain. Let me get the answer in the comment section box. Now, once we have understood this electromagnetic spectrum, it is important to note that the visible light is forming the part of the light that we see using our eyes. So therefore, let us also discuss this visible light. So I want us to discuss the EM spectrum in this other format. Look here. I want us to have an arrow this way, With our radio wave starting here, radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, then gamma rays. We have already agreed now that radio waves has the longest wavelength, the lowest frequency, and the lowest energy. On the other hand, gamma rays has the shortest wavelength, it has the highest frequency, and it also have the highest energy. With that understanding, I want us to concentrate on this visible light, the part of light that we detect using our eyes. This visible light is also now split into 7 again. So we shall split it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do we again name the visible light? The part of the visible light, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and finally violet. How do we master this one? We have always known it is Roig beef. Roig beef. This order from red to indigo, we need to understand that the red light behaves like radio waves and the violet light behaves like gamma rays. So red is going therefore to have longest wavelength. It will have longest wavelength, yes. It will also have the lowest frequency and it will have the lowest energy. Violet, on the other hand, behaving like gamma rays, will have shortest wavelength, it will have the highest frequency, and it will also have the highest energy. So that is very important to understand, because at times we can always replace the visible light with even yellow light. So we need to understand that the visible light forms the rainbow colors, the spectrum: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. With the red light behaving like radio waves, that is, it has longest wavelength, lowest frequency, and lowest energy. Violet, on the other hand, behaves like gamma rays, having the shortest wavelength, the highest frequency, and the highest energy. Therefore, a question to the class: can you compare the energy of orange light and blue light? Which one has a higher energy? Compare the energy of orange light and blue light. Once we have understood this particular arrangement, then we can now survive in so many questions. Let me ask you in number 1. Let me give a question. Exercise that you can attempt by yourselves. Try this one. Exercise. Number 1, arrange the following in order of increasing frequencies. We have infrared, radio waves, gamma rays, and purple light. A hint, purple light will fall under visible spectrum. Can you try number 2? Arrange the following EM waves in order of decreasing energy. We have blue light, we have X-rays, we have UV light, and we have green light. The final question that you can try is arrange the following EM waves in order of increasing wavelength. The first one is X-rays, we have yellow light, we have infrared, and we have gamma rays. Can you arrange those electromagnetic waves in order of increasing wavelength? So if you manage to do that, then you have mastered the electromagnetic spectrum. All in all, ensure you understand that how do we master the EM spectrum? Roasted maize is very unusual Xmas gift. You can attempt that work. In our next discussion, we shall look at properties of electromagnetic waves. So once you have understood the EM spectrum, we can now look at some of the properties of EM waves in our next discussion. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. All the best in your studies. Goodbye.